Hello, dear students. I welcome you all to the class of English Compulsory BA second year. In the last class yesterday, we dealt with the perspective of the author Oscar Wilde, his literary career, his education. Then we came across the characters included by Oscar Wilde in the story, the model millionaire. We also came across several themes included by Oscar Wilde in the story The Model Millionaire. At the outset, Oscar Wilde presents the truth and reality of human life in the contemporary society or in the modern life. We see that those who are rich and wealthy, they are respected, they they are heard, they are considered, they are counted, and they are valued. Those who are penniless are neglected, they are not counted, they are not heard, they are not valued, they are good for nothing. This is the truth of human life. Oscar Wilde has stressed upon the obvious reality that only charmness will not work. Unless one has wealth, one has money, he will not be considered or he will not be valued. This is the first truth which he has made an attempt to express in the story The Model Millionaire. Further, he touches upon another fact that the romance is the privilege of the rich people, not the profession of the unemployed. Those who are rich, they can have romance in their life. Those who are unemployed, their emotions are not regarded, their emotions are not considered, they are neglected or they are denied. Another fact he has touched upon is the poor should be practical and prosaic. And he presents another fact of human life that one should have permanent income. It is better to have permanent income than to be fascinating. Only fascination will not help unless one has permanent income to attain his fascination. In the present story, Oscar Wilde has presented very emotional and heart touching story of an unemployed youth who is poor. Huey Erskine is the protagonist of this story. He is very wonderful looking person, good looking person. He has attractive personality and charmness. He is very handsome. But on the other hand, he is a poor young man. He is very popular with men and women. He worked in stock exchange for 6 months. He worked with a tea merchant. He also sold dry sherry for several months. He tried his hard. He tried his luck in several business such as stock exchange, as a tea merchant, or he sold dry sherry also. But unfortunately, he did not get success in these tradings. He has a perfect profile but has no job, or he has no profession. He is unemployed in the present scenario. So Oscar Wilde records it as poor Huey. Intellectually, we must admit, he was not of much importance. He never said a brilliant or even an ill natured thing in his life. But then he was wonderfully good looking, with his crisp brown hair, his clear cut profile, and his grey eyes. He was as popular with men as he was with women, and he had every accomplishment except that of making money. He was having good personality. He was very much popular among men and women. He tried his hard and he tried his luck in several tradings, but unfortunately he did not get success. And finally, he is left unemployed. He has a perfect profile but has no profession in the present scenario. He receives £200 a month from an elderly aunt. His father left behind a cavalry sword and 15 volumes of history of the Peninsular War. So he is getting £200 per month from an elderly aunt for his livelihood, and his only belonging is his father's sword and history of the Peninsular War written in 15 volumes. Being young, he has affair or emotions for the daughter of Colonel Morton. He is in love with Laura Morton, the daughter of Colonel Morton. They were the handsome couple in London. Huey and Laura were handsome couple in London. Colonel Morton likes Huey but can't approve the marriage because of his financial status. Colonel Morton is concerned about the future of his daughter. He is happy with the personality of Huey, who is good looking, who is having charmness and impressive personality. Colonel Martin becomes happy seeing the couple, his daughter and Huey. But when he thinks about his financial status, he disagrees to give his daughter's hand to Mr. Huey, who is penniless, who is unemployed, who has no profession. He asked Huey to earn £10,000 to get engaged with Laura. So he puts his condition before Huey. When Huey comes to Colonel Martin and demands his daughter's hand in his marriage, he expresses his disagreement, seeing the financial status of Huey, and he demands that Huey must earn £10,000 to get engaged with his daughter Laura Martin. Huey accepts this as a challenge and he tries his hard to earn £10,000 in order to get the hand of his beloved from her father. Colonel Martin Colonel Martin demands Huey, and his demand is recorded by Oscar Wilde in these words: "Come to me, my boy, when you have got £10,000 of your own, and we will see about it," he used to say, and Huey looked very glum on those days and had to go to Laura for consolation. So Laura's father demanded 10,000 rupees, pounds, and he asked Huey to earn £10,000 or to get £10,000 and come to him. Then he will think about giving his daughter's hand in his hand. One morning he meets his friend Alan Trevor, who is a painter by profession. He is an artist. That time his friend Trevor was applying the final touches to a wonderful life-size picture of a beggar man in the studio. The beggar himself was there. He was an amazing model. The model or the beggar here receives a shilling for an hour. Painter gives a shilling to the beggar to stand before him like a model, and on the other hand the painter gets 2000 guineas for his painting. So the model is getting one shilling for an hour and the painter is getting 2000 guineas for his painting. He thinks the beggar must. He feels pity for the beggar. Oscar Wilde has recorded this as when Huey came in, the found Trevor putting the finishing touches to a wonderful life-size picture of a beggar man. The beggar himself was standing on a raised platform in a corner of the studio. He was a wizened old man with a face like wrinkled parchment, and a most piteous expression. Over his shoulders was flung a coarse brown cloak, all tears and tatters. His thick boots were patched and cobbled, and with one hand he leaned on a rough stick, while with the other he held out his better battered hat for arms. So the beggar was standing in front of the painter, holding a stick in his hand and holding cap in his other hand. For this painting, the painter was giving him 1 shilling, and on the other hand, he was selling his picture for 2000 guineas. And here Huey comes. He is in need of money. He wants to earn 10,000 pounds to get or to win the hand of his beloved from her father. What interaction takes place between Huey, his painter friend, and the beggar, we shall see in the following class, that is on tomorrow. Thank you very much.